Goku will awaken the power of the Oozaru after years and will surpass even the angels. Let's talk about how this will happen, but first prepare a snack, something light so as not to gain weight. A bread with more food and orange soda is the perfect combination. Sit down, get comfortable, and let's get started. It is a fact that in Dragon Ball Super, Goku does not have the ability to regrow his tail or transform into a giant ape like he did when he was younger. Goku's tail was permanently removed when he was a child, during the events of the original Dragon Ball, when his grandfather Gohan removed it to prevent Goku from transforming into a giant ape whenever the full moon rose. Furthermore, the transformation into a giant monkey, Oozaru, is related to the power of the Saiyan race and is triggered by the presence of the full moon. Since Dragon Ball Z, the full moon is no longer a relevant factor, as Piccolo destroyed the moon during the original series to prevent Goku from transforming. Therefore, in Dragon Ball Super, Goku does not have the ability to regrow his tail or transform into a giant ape, since these characteristics are no longer part of the plot or the character's powers. Instead, Goku focuses on achieving more advanced forms, such as Super Saiyan Blue, Ultra Instinct and others, during his battles, but there are ways for his tail to grow that are not natural. Goku may discover an ancient Saiyan artifact or technology that has the power to regenerate a Saiyan's tail, something similar to Bulma's technology in Dragon Ball GT. This artifact could be found on a distant planet or on a special mission. Goku, always looking for challenges and higher powers, decides to use this artifact to regenerate his tail. With his tail back, Goku realizes that he now has the ability to transform back into an Oozaru when he looks at the full moon. This can happen during an intense battle, where Goku finds himself at a huge disadvantage against a powerful enemy. Goku then decides to take a risk and look at the full moon, triggering his transformation into a giant Oozaru. He gains an enormous amount of power, size and strength, but also loses rationality and becomes a threat to both his enemies and his allies. The other Z warriors, including Vegeta, Gohan, and Piccolo, are forced to join forces to stop Oozaru Goku and return him to normal. Eventually, with the help of his friends, Goku regains control over his Oozaru form and uses it to defeat the enemy. Afterwards, he decides not to use this form anymore, as transforming into Oozaru is still risky and uncontrollable unless he has an artificially created full moon, which is a complicated task. This theory could provide an exciting and nostalgic moment for Dragon Ball fans, recalling the era of Oozaru transformations, while still maintaining the story progression in Dragon Ball Super. However, it is important to remember that this is pure speculation and has no basis in the official history of the series. If Goku were to transform into an Oozaru in the presence of Beerus and Whis in Dragon Ball Super, it would likely result in a highly dangerous and unstable situation. Firstly, it is worth remembering that Beerus is one of the most powerful deities in the Dragon Ball universe, responsible for maintaining the balance of power by destroying planets and solar systems when necessary. He is incredibly powerful and can destroy planets with a simple touch. If Goku were to transform into an Oozaru, he would gain a huge power boost, but he would also lose his rationality, becoming an uncontrolled threat. This could lead to an epic battle between Oozaru Goku and Beerus, with huge consequences for the universe. Whis, as Beerus' mentor and caretaker, would likely try to intervene to prevent large-scale destruction. He possesses incredible abilities, including the ability to rewind time for short periods and reality manipulation abilities. Whis could try to find a way to calm Goku down or reverse his transformation. However, the final result would depend on the situation and the will of the characters involved. It could be that Goku, even in his Oozaru form, would not pose a direct threat to Beerus and Whis, and they could try to resolve the situation peacefully. Or, if the battle were to break out, Goku, Oozaru and Beerus could engage in a showdown of cosmic proportions. Ultimately, a situation where Goku transforms into an Oozaru in the presence of Beerus and Whis would be a dramatic and potentially dangerous twist in Dragon Ball Super's story, with unpredictable consequences for the universe. It would be an interesting situation to explore in terms of plot development and combat, adding more complexity to the relationship between these powerful characters. The combination of Ultra Instinct and the Oozaru, giant ape, form would be an epic and highly speculative scene in Dragon Ball, as these are two distinct transformations with very different characteristics and implications. However, consider how this could be imagined. The appearance, Goku, when using Ultra Instinct while transformed into Oozaru, would take the form of a giant ape with a golden aura around him. Its size and appearance would become even more imposing. Power and speed, the combination of Ultra Instinct and the Oozaru form would give Goku incredible power and surprising speed. He would be extremely difficult to hit and would be able to move and attack with supernatural precision. Control and rationality, here is the most intriguing point. While the Oozaru form typically loses rationality, Ultra Instinct is characterized by a calm mind and instant, intuitive decision-making. Therefore, Goku could potentially maintain his mental control while in Oozaru form, which would be an interesting twist on the transformation. Consequences for the universe: if Goku were able to use this hybrid form successfully, he would become a formidable threat to any opponent. The combination of the brute strength of the Oozaru form with the agility and reaction capacity of Ultra Instinct would be practically unbeatable. The consequences of this transformation for the universe would be potentially catastrophic. Limitations: however, such a powerful transformation would likely have temporal and physical limitations. Goku would not be able to maintain this form for long, as prolonged use of Ultra Instinct is already extremely taxing on his body. Ultimately, this combination of forms would be an incredibly dramatic and spectacular addition to the series, but it would also raise questions about how Goku could control this massive power and how he could ethically use it to protect the universe. It's important to remember that this is just imaginative speculation and is not part of the official Dragon Ball story.